Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first meeting of the March 2024-2025 session. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call for per diem and mileage, please.
Ms. McNally?
Aye.
Mr. Small?
Aye.
Ms. Pottinger?
Aye.
Mr. Reed?
Aye.
Ms. Owens?
Aye.
Ms. Bright?
Aye.
Mr. Emmett?
Aye.
Can I do that before we do the? I was like, wait, can I do that?
Let's back up here. I need a motion for remote attendance. Mr. Stockley, second by Mr. McEmery.
I am working.
And you're working. We are too. Welcome, Craig. All in favor of said motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Now roll call for per diem and mileage.
Okay, well, I'm just going to continue where I was.
That's
Okay,
fine.
yeah. Mr. Emmett?
Aye.
Mr. Stockley?
Aye.
Mr. Gatsa?
Aye.
Mr. Ashapinsky?
Aye.
Mr. Templeton?
Aye.
Ms. Bernal?
Aye.
Ms. Brayboy?
Aye.
Mr. Savage? No, he's absent. Okay. Mr. Torres?
Aye.
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Mr. Traeger? Mr. Miller?
Aye.
Mr. Bailey?
Aye.
Mr. Walsh?
Aye.
Mr. Doze?
Aye.
Mr. Aubrey?
Aye.
Mr. McEmery?
Aye.
Ms. Zanecki?
Aye.
Mr. Blue?
Aye.
Ms. Urick? Aye. Mr. Roach?
Aye.
Mr. Slager?
Aye.
Ms. Bush?
Aye.
We have a motion to approve roll call for per diem and mileage. Mr. Small, second by Mr. Gatsa. All in favor of said motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Let's see. I need a motion to approve quarterly mileage and per diem. Mr. Gatsa, second by Ms. Owens. Roll call, please.
Mr. Small?
Aye.
Ms. Pottinger?
Aye.
Mr. Reed? Ms. Owens?
Aye.
Ms. Bright?
Aye.
Mr. Emmett?
Aye.
Mr. Stockley?
Aye.
Mr. Gatsa?
Aye.
Mr. Ashapinsky?
Aye.
Mr. Templeton?
Aye.
Ms. Bernal?
Aye.
Ms. Brayboy?
Aye.
Mr. Savage? Still not here. Mr. Torres?
Aye.
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Mr. Traeger?
Aye.
Mr. Miller?
Aye.
Mr. Bailey?
Aye.
Mr. Walsh?
Aye.
Mr. Doze?
Aye.
Mr. Aubrey?
Aye.
Mr. McEmery?
Aye.
Ms. Zanecki?
Aye.
Mr. Blue?
Aye.
Ms. Urick?
Aye.
Mr. Roach?
Aye.
Mr. Slager?
Aye.
Ms. Bush?
Aye.
Ms. McNally?
Aye.
All ayes, motion carried. Next, I need a motion to approve prior meeting minutes. Mr. Reed, second. Mr. Gatsa, any questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor of said motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Whoop, sorry about that, Craig. Yea or nay?
Yay.
Yea?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. I need a motion to approve American Rescue Plan bills. Ms. McNally, second by Ms. Zanicki. Roll call, please. Ms. Zanicki.
Okay. Ms. Pottinger?
Aye.
Mr. Reed? Ms. Owens?
Aye.
Ms. Bright?
Aye.
Mr. Emmett?
Aye.
Mr. Stockley?
Aye.
Mr. Gatsa?
Aye.
Mr. Ashapinski?
Aye.
Mr. Templeton?
Aye.
Ms. Bernal?
Aye.
Ms. Brayboy?
Aye.
Mr. Torres?
Aye.
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Mr. Traeger?
Aye.
Mr. Miller?
Aye.
Mr. Bailey?
Aye.
Mr. Walsh? Mr. Doze?
Aye.
Mr. Aubrey?
Aye.
Mr. McEmery?
Aye.
Ms. Zanecki?
Aye.
Mr. Blue?
Aye.
Ms. Urick?
Aye.
Mr. Roach?
Aye.
Mr. Slager?
Aye.
Ms. Bush?
Aye.
Ms. McNally?
Aye.
Mr. Small?
Aye.
All ayes, motion carried. Next, we have student awards for Lily Myrtle, Lawston Grade School.
Good afternoon. We have an outstanding student to recognize today. Her name is Lily Myrtle from Lawston Grade School. Lily, would you want to come up and join me? Lily is a 7th grade student at Lawston Elementary School. Her parents are Mel and Jennifer Myrtle. Lily is being recognized for her dedication to learning, curiosity, and perseverance that sets her apart as a truly exceptional student. She is a high honor roll student with a strong work ethic and strives for academic excellence. She has received multiple awards for Student of the Quarter, Top AR Reader, and the Spelling Bee. Lily participates in multiple school activities that include girls softball, volleyball, scholastic bowl, and student council. Lily is also a proud member of the Illinois Valley Lady Cavs travel baseball team, or softball team, excuse me. She enjoys building strong bonds with her teammates and embracing the challenges that come with high-level play. Lily's hard work and commitment to excellence are evident in everything she does. Whether tackling challenging subjects, engaging thoughtfully in class discussions, or helping her peers, she is consistently demonstrating intelligence, enthusiasm, and a strong work ethic. Lily's passion for learning not only contributes to her success, but it also inspires those around her. Most of all, Lily is always kind and has a willingness to support others, making her a remarkable role model. Beyond academics, Lily and her dad, Mel, share a love for farming. She plays an active role in cultivating her family's farm and has developed strong entrepreneurial spirit. Lily is involved in every step of the sweet corn process, from planting and fertilizing to harvesting and selling, gaining valuable hands-on experience and a deep appreciation for hard work and dedication. While she's still exploring her future career options, her determination and mindset ensure she can achieve anything she sets her sights on. Principal Courtney Klobuchar said this about Lily: "I know Lily will keep striving for greatness and never stop believing in her abilities. We are incredibly proud of Lily and excited to see her do all the amazing things she will accomplish." On behalf of the LaSalle County Board, congratulations to Lily being named this month's Student Excellence Award winner.
Congratulations. Next, we have a presentation of the annual report for the Veterans Administration Commission. Welcome.
Thank you. All right, for those of you who do not know me, I am Krista Hammers. I have been with the commission for just over 8 years in the superintendent role since 2022. I'm going to go over our annual report because unfortunately last month I was not able to attend this meeting. So just kind of an overview of what we do in our office. I'm not sure if you guys have your printouts with you or not, but basically for results, we had received for our veterans and families a little over $10.5 million in new benefit payouts. That is not including anything that we have done for the previous years at all. That is new money coming in directly to our veterans and families. That's a big number for our area especially, and we're looking forward to exceeding that this year. We are on point for doing so right now. We have all the forms and everything else that we fill out as far as events and programs, we focused on that a lot this past year. This year we intend to do so again because it did benefit us in getting our name out there. A lot of people still don't do, mainstream Facebook, that sort of stuff. A lot of it is still in the newspapers, and just word of mouth is generally how we get our services out there. So we pair up with Quilts of Valor. They're a great group of ladies that sew quilts for our veterans, and we've held a couple ceremonies in our office. We pair up with the Senior Resource Center in Fox Valley, also in Princeton and in Streeter. We do pair up with the YMCA's as well. This past year we did the Utica Veterans Day Parade. Again, it rained. It was terrible, but it was still a good day. We still got the word out. We still participated. It was great. Any day that we get to reach at least one new veteran is a great day for us. We teamed up with the LaSalle VA home. Last year they had 88 residents. I think the year before they had 89. That number fluctuates obviously, but we do a giving tree event around Christmas where each veteran gives us a list of anything they might need or want, anything from socks to whiskey, and they give us about 5-6 different things. And then we put them on a tag, put them on the tree. We don't give out names. We number each veteran just to, keep everything quiet. But basically, each veteran got everything that they wanted, plus some, because we did get some great donations by our community members as well. So thankfully, our lovely admin used to work at the old Bergners, and she has amazing wrapping skills. It was left up to me. Everything would be in gift bags. So she was fantastic and wrapped over 400 presents for each veteran. We are able to have a kind of assembly line situation, have everything numbered so each gift gets to the correct veteran for their program they have there. So each veteran was made out great. Plus we do window painting. I do not have the skills to window paint, but I try. We have a couple of veterans that are from our commission that come out. We have volunteers that come out and help paint every single window of the veterans home. So if you ever drive by around that time of year, usually it's late November, early December that we do it. If you guys ever want to come out and test out your art skills, we got the paint. You just come out. It's great. The residents love it. The staff loves it. Brings a little cheer. And I also did the Pearl Harbor Day event. It was the 83rd event for Peru at South Shore. That was a great day. Great weather, scary, throwing a wreath from the back deck there. It's about 2 stories up. Afraid of heights. I was the Air Force veteran, afraid of heights. That's me. But it was a great day. Able to speak, able to tell my story, able to tell everything. And I'm grateful that, Peru was able to record that for us, and it's out there if anybody wants to see that. We have one staff member that is going to do advanced appeals this year, which is allowing us to further advance our knowledge of the appeals process. VA is ever changing. It's federal government. Legislation changes, processes change, everything's changing. There's a few things out there right now that we're a little leery of. We're keeping an eye on, but until anything drops officially, we're not really of mind to talk too terribly much about it. But as soon as we know anything, we'll let everybody else kind of know. We have another veteran staff member that is going to do what's called the CVA program. It's a Certified Veterans Advocate. It is a advanced program for appeals and everything else as well. It's the only non-licensed, like lawyer-esque person that can represent a veteran all the way up to the Supreme Court level. I currently am the only one in the office that holds that. And then we have another one that is going to go through that as well. It's at least 1.5 years up to 3 years worth of studying and prep until you can take that exam. We work with other entities as well to provide financial aid support for struggling veterans and families. We generally try to make sure that we are using outside resources such as LIHEAP or Tri-County and everything else. We have a couple other grant run programs that we use to supplement this. So we are not the only thing that the veterans have that could possibly pay a utility bill or back rent or anything like that. There's a few things that we have come across, like a broken water heater or a car repair, that we do not cover under our financial assistance, and we have to use outside resources, and thankfully we do have a few. We work with BEST. They come in and do resume writing and some workshops for those that are looking for jobs. And we also work with Midwest Shelter. They're a homeless veteran group, and they provide commissary bags such as housing goods and such for those veterans that are struggling. We also work with Ottawa Food Pantry and pick up boxes for each of those that might be on our struggling financially list. It's great. So we look forward for this new year and trying to find new ways to help our veterans, but right now we are trying to find our groove and making sure that we are covering all bases. But again, with, federal entity, everything's changing, and we're just trying to keep our heads above water right now, but we are doing good. It's property tax season. Everybody's coming in for their property tax exemptions, and we're booking out right now about 3.5, 4 weeks. So if anybody needs anything, please get on our schedule because we are booking fast. Any questions? Okay, good, done.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We have a motion to place on file the annual report for Veterans Assistance Commission by Mr. Brown, second by Ms. Bush. Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor of said motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carried. Next, we have citizen comment. Was there anybody called in? No? Ms. Bush.
I'd like to take a minute to congratulate a board member's daughter for her great job in state this year in bowling. We should make that known. A perfect game, and they placed, what, 5th or 6th?
Yeah, the team took 5th, she took 8th overall.
It's a great job.
And thank you,
Congratulations.
Tina.
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve consent agenda items? Mr. Stockley, second. Mr. Bailey, any questions? Hearing none, all in favor of said motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carried. Next, we have land use with Mr. Gift. First off, we have 25.04 special use for Joyce A. Talty Trust. Expand the non-conforming use ATV vehicle sales and service at 2498 North 15th Road, Allen Township. PIN number 35-19-203-000.
Whereas on February 19th, 2025 at 5 p.m., the LaSalle County Zoning Board of Appeals of the County of LaSalle, Illinois, at a public hearing in the LaSalle County Government Complex, Room 250, 707 East Etna Road, Ottawa, Illinois, pursuant to notice of the time and place of hearing by publication in the Times of Ottawa, Illinois, met to hear evidence with respect to a petition filed by owner the Joyce A. Talty Trust and applicant Brian Talty are requesting a special use to expand a non-conforming use ATV vehicle sales service on a tract located in the A1 zoning district and legally described as follows. Whereas LaSalle County Zoning Board of Appeals of the County of LaSalle, Illinois, having heard the evidence presented at said public hearing, recommended that the LaSalle County Board of the County of LaSalle, Illinois, approve the petition. Now therefore be it ordained by the LaSalle County Board of the County of LaSalle, Illinois, to wit as follows. That the subject property legally described aforesaid, commonly known as 2498 North 15th Road, Streeter, Illinois, 60437, and located in Agriculture A1 District, is hereby granted a special use to expand a non-conforming use ATV vehicle sales service in an A1 District pursuant to 5.1-2A of the LaSalle County Zoning Ordinance. Section 2, this ordinance shall be in full force and effect from and after its passage, approval, and publication in pamphlet form.
Yeah.
You said Allen.
But that's the address, yeah. It's Allen Township,
Oh, gotcha.
yeah. That should be section 1 instead of section 2. May I have a motion to approve said amended ordinance? Mr. Stockley, second by Mr. Traeger. Mr. Gift.
The petitioner is requesting to expand a non-conforming ATV vehicle sales and service location. They're going to add on to the existing showroom to add storage with a 104 by 54 foot addition. The zoning board unanimously recommended approval of the petition.
Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor of said motion to approve ordinance 25-04, special use, signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed, say nay. Motion carried. Next, we have 25-05, special use for Sam Beats and Sons, commercial grain storage facility at 4798 East Fifth Road, Mendota Township. PIN number 01-01-105-000.
Whereas on February 19th, 2025, at 5 p.m., LaSalle County Zoning Board of Appeals of the County of LaSalle, Illinois, at a public hearing in the LaSalle County Government Complex, Room 250, 707 East Etna Road, Ottawa, Illinois, pursuant to notice of the time and place of hearing by publication in the Times of Ottawa, Illinois, Metier evidence with respect to a petition filed by owner Sam Beats and Sons and applicant Barry Beats, who are requesting a special use to allow for expansion of a commercial grain storage facility located in the A1 zoning district and legally described as follows. Whereas LaSalle County Zoning Board of Appeals of the County of LaSalle, Illinois, having heard the evidence presented at said public hearing, recommended that the LaSalle County Board of the County of LaSalle, Illinois, approve the petition. Now therefore be it ordained by the LaSalle County Board of the County of LaSalle, Illinois, to wit as follows, that the subject property legally described aforesaid, commonly known as 4798 East Fifth Road, Mendota, Illinois, and located in an agriculture A1 district, is hereby granted a special use to expand its commercial grain storage facility pursuant to 7.1-4J of the LaSalle County zoning ordinance. Section 2, this ordinance shall be in full force and effect from and after its passage, approval, and publication in pamphlet form.
And if I'm not mistaken, that should be section 1 also. May I have a motion to approve 25-05 special use? Mr. Stockley, second by Mr. Small. Mr. Gift.
The petitioner is requesting the expansion of an existing commercial grain storage facility with a 74-foot diameter bin, leg, and enclosed dump pit building. The zoning board gave a unanimous recommendation to approve the proposal.
Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor of approving said ordinance 25-05 special use signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carried. Next, we have 25-01, variance for Sam Beats and Sons to reduce road setback from 70 feet to 50 feet from center line at 4798 East Fifth Road, Mendota Township, on the same parcel 01-01-105-000. Yeah, it's 25-01.
That's an old date. Is that August
Yeah.
date, correct?
That's supposed to be August 21st, 24.
No, that should be February, March, February.
It should be February 19th, okay. Okay. Want me to read it as? Okay. Whereas on February 19th, 2025, at 5 p.m., the LaSalle County Zoning Board of Appeals of the County of LaSalle, Illinois, at a public hearing in LaSalle County Government Complex, Room 250, 707 East Etna Road, Ottawa, Illinois, pursuant to notice of the time and place of hearing by publication in the Times of Ottawa, Illinois, met to hear evidence concerning a petition filed by the owner, Sam Beats and Sons, and applicant Barry Beats, who are requesting a variance to reduce the front setback from 70 feet to 50 feet to expand a commercial grain storage facility on the property located in A1 Agriculture District and legally described as follows. Whereas LaSalle County Zoning Board of Appeals of the County of LaSalle, Illinois, having heard the evidence presented at said public hearing, recommended that the LaSalle County Board of the County of LaSalle, Illinois, approve the petition. Now therefore be it ordained by the LaSalle County Board of the County of LaSalle, Illinois, to wit as follows. That the subject property commonly known as 4798 East 5th Road, Mendota, Illinois, and legally described aforesaid, located in an A1 agriculture district, is hereby granted a variance to permit the reduction of the front yard setback to 50 feet from the center line of North 48th Road, according to 14.8 of the LaSalle County zoning ordinance. Section 1, this ordinance shall be in full force and effect from and after its passage, approval, and publication in pamphlet form.
Okay, what you have on your petition 25-05 VAR should be 25-01 VAR plus the change of the date from August 21st, 2024 to February 19th, 25, and section 1 instead of section 2. We have a motion to approve said amended ordinance. Mr. Stockley, second by Ms. Bush. Mr. Gift.
The variance was requested to reduce the setback from 70 foot to 50 foot, primarily for the enclosed, excuse me, enclosed dump pit building. The zoning board unanimously recommended approval of the petition.
Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor of approving said ordinance 25-01 variance, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carried. Thank you, Mr. Gift. Next, we have County Highway with Mr. Ernest. First, we have Resolution 25-06, entering into an intergovernmental agreement with Village of Troy Grove for 2025 Cape sealing various streets within the Village of Troy Grove and payment for work performed on same.
Do I start it here or do I start it here? Up here. Okay. This intergovernmental agreement is entered into by and between the County of LaSalle, a unit of local government of the state of Illinois, and the Village of Troy Grove, a unit of local government of the state of Illinois. Whereas the Constitution of the State of Illinois of 1970, Article 7, Section 10, provides that units of local government may contract or otherwise associate among themselves to obtain or share services and to exercise, combine, or transfer any power or function in any manner not prohibited by law or by ordinance, and may use their credit, revenues, and other resources to pay costs related to intergovernmental activities. And whereas the county and the village are units of local government within the meaning of Article 7, Section 1 of the Illinois Constitution of 1970, who are authorized to enter into intergovernmental agreements pursuant to the Intergovernmental Cooperation Act 5 ILCS 220/1. And whereas the county, through its highway department, has prepared plans and specifications for the 2025 Cape Seal program, and whereas the village has requested to have streets under their maintenance and jurisdiction included in the program, and whereas it is mutually beneficial for the village and the county to enter into an agreement for the performance of said work, and whereas the village will appropriate funds to pay for their portion of the work performed and reimburse the county for engineering services provided.
We have a motion to approve Resolution 25-06. Mr. Torres, second by Mr. Roach. Mr. Ernest.
Good afternoon, Board. This intergovernmental agreement is for an agreement between the county and the Village of Troy Grove. The Village of Troy Grove is wishing to participate in our 2025 Cape Sealing Program. They are looking at Cape Sealing Peru Street in Troy Grove for about $32,000, and we're charging them an $1,800 engineering fee to participate in our program.
Any questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Ms. Bright,
Aye.
Mr. Emmett,
Aye.
Mr. Stockley,
Aye.
Mr. Gatsa,
Aye.
Mr. Ashapinsky,
Aye.
Mr. Templeton,
Aye.
Ms. Bernal,
Aye.
Ms. Brayboy,
Aye.
Mr. Savage, not here, Mr. Torres,
Aye.
Mr. Brown,
Aye.
Mr. Traeger,
Aye.
Mr. Miller,
Aye.
Mr. Bailey,
Aye.
Mr. Walsh,
Aye.
Mr. Doze,
Aye.
Mr. Aubrey,
Aye.
Mr. McEmery,
Aye.
Ms. Zanecki,
Aye.
Mr. Blue,
Aye.
Ms. Urick,
Aye.
Mr. Roach,
Aye.
Mr. Slager,
Aye.
Ms. Bush,
Aye.
Ms. McNally, Mr. Small,
Aye.
Ms. Pottinger,
Aye.
Mr. Reed, Ms. Owens.
Aye.
All ayes, motion carried. Next, we have Resolution 25-07, entering into joint funding agreement with the Illinois Department of Transportation for HSIP funds for Section 23-00405-01-WR, Morris County Highway 4 from Illinois Route 71 to County Highway 15 for resurfacing.
Whereas LaSalle County, acting through its County Highway Department, desires to resurface Morris Blacktop, County Highway 4, and whereas resurfacing of Morris Blacktop, County Highway 4, has an estimated cost of $1,557,172 and will be funded with HSIP and MFT funds and local funds. And whereas LaSalle County must enter into a joint funding agreement with the Illinois Department of Transportation for the use of federal monies. Now therefore be it hereby resolved by LaSalle County Board to enter into the attached agreement and authorize the chairman of the board to execute the required documents for the advancement and completion of said project. Be it further resolved that $1,100,000 be appropriated from the motor fuel tax fund for the construction of said project. Be it further resolved that the LaSalle County Board hereby appropriates $200,000 or as much as may be needed to match the required funding to complete the proposed improvement from special tax matching fund, and furthermore agree to pass a supplemental resolution if necessary to appropriate additional funds for completion of the project.
We have a motion to approve Resolution 25-07. Mr. Templeton, second by Mr. Gatsa. Mr. Ernest.
This intergovernmental agreement with IDOT for joint funding agreement is for funding resurfacing of County Highway 4, which is better known as Morris Blacktop, from Illinois 71 to County Highway 15. The project is roughly going to cost about $1.5 million. We were successful in getting $600,000, which is a Highway Safety Improvement Program federal funds. And we're using those funds to put a stabilized shoulder next to the existing roadway. So I have a 2-foot shoulder instead of a gravel shoulder, trying to make our roads a little safer in LaSalle County. And this joint funding agreement allows us to do so.
Any questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Emmett,
Aye.
Mr. Stockley,
Aye.
Mr. Gatsa,
Aye.
Mr. Ashapinsky, Mr. Ashapinsky, Mr. Templeton,
Aye.
Ms. Bernal,
Aye.
Ms. Brayboy?
Aye.
Mr. Savage, no. Mr. Torres?
Aye.
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Mr. Traeger?
Aye.
Mr. Miller?
Aye.
Mr. Bailey?
Aye.
Mr. Walsh?
Aye.
Mr. Doze?
Aye.
Mr. Aubrey?
Aye.
Mr. McEmery?
Aye.
Ms. Zanecki?
Aye.
Mr. Blue?
Aye.
Ms. Urick?
Aye.
Mr. Roach?
Aye.
Mr. Slager?
Aye.
Ms. Bush?
Aye.
Ms. McNally?
Aye.
Mr. Small?
Aye.
Ms. Pottinger?
Aye.
Mr. Reed? Ms. Owens?
Aye.
And Ms. Bright.
Aye.
All ayes, motion carried. Next, we have Resolution 25-08, entering into joint funding agreement with the Illinois Department of Transportation for HSIP funds for Section 23-00405-00-WR Morris Blacktop County Highway 4 from County Highway 15 to Grundy County line for resurfacing.
Whereas LaSalle County, acting through its county highway department, desires to resurface Morris Blacktop County Highway 4, and whereas resurfacing of Morris Blacktop County Highway 4 has an estimated cost of $2,039,824 and will be funded with HSIP and MFT funds and local funds. And whereas LaSalle County must enter into a joint funding agreement with the Illinois Department of Transportation for the use of federal monies. Now therefore be it hereby resolved by the LaSalle County Board to enter into the attached agreement and authorize the chairman of the board to execute the required documents for the advancement and completion of said project. Be it further resolved that $1,200,000 be appropriated from the motor fuel tax fund for the construction of said project. Be it further resolved that the LaSalle County Board hereby appropriates $600,000 or as much as may be needed to match the required funding to complete the proposed improvement from special tax matching fund, and furthermore agree to pass a supplemental resolution if necessary to appropriate additional funds for completion of the project.
We have a motion to approve Resolution 25-08. Mr. Reed, second by Ms. Urick. Mr. Ernest.
Okay. This is for the next stretch of County Highway 4 from County Highway 15 to the Grundy County line. We're going to resurface the road, and again, we're putting a 2-foot asphalt shoulder on the side, and we were able to obtain $700,000 worth of HSIP funds for releasing the shoulders.
Any questions? Mr. Walsh.
Will that make it more level? I've just noticed it, it's,
There will be a nice smooth riding surface, yes, and we will have a 2-foot shoulder on the outside, and something similar to we did in Conway 2, we will put a rumble strip in that shoulder, so people will get a warning before they actually drift off the road and get a little recovery area.
okay, all right. We're not getting into bike paths or anything like that.
No,
No.
it's not really no bicycle accommodations there,
No,
but
no.
they can still use that area that's outside the rumble for bicycles if they want to, because
No.
you can't prevent them from using our roadways.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Mr. Stockley?
Aye.
Mr. Gatsa?
Aye.
Mr. Ashapinsky?
Aye.
Mr. Templeton?
Aye.
Ms. Bernal?
Aye.
Ms. Brayboy?
Aye.
Mr. Savage? No, sorry. Mr. Torres?
Aye.
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Mr. Traeger?
Aye.
Mr. Miller?
Aye.
Mr. Bailey?
Aye.
Mr. Walsh?
Aye.
Mr. Doze?
Aye.
Mr. Aubrey?
Aye.
Mr. McEmery?
Aye.
Ms. Zanecki?
Aye.
Mr. Blue?
Aye.
Ms. Urick?
Aye.
Mr. Roach?
Aye.
Mr. Slager?
Aye.
Ms. Bush?
Aye.
Ms. McNally?
Aye.
Mr. Small?
Aye.
Ms. Pottinger?
Aye.
Mr. Reed? Ms. Owens?
Aye.
Ms. Bright?
Aye.
Mr. Emmett?
Aye.
All ayes, motion carried. Next, we have Resolution 25-09, entering into joint funding agreement with the Illinois Department of Transportation for HSIP funds and STR funds for Section 19-00383-00-WR Canal Road, County Highway 51 from Old Chicago Road to Marseilles city limits for resurfacing.
Whereas LaSalle County, acting through its County Highway Department, desires to resurface Canal Road County Highway 51, and whereas resurfacing of Canal Road, County Highway 51 has an estimated cost of $1,610,884 and will be funded with HSIP and STR funds and local funds, and whereas LaSalle County must enter into a joint funding agreement with the Illinois Department of Transportation for the use of federal monies. Now therefore be it hereby resolved by the LaSalle County Board to enter into the attached agreement and authorize the chairman of the board to execute the required documents for the advancement and completion of said project. Be it further resolved that the LaSalle County Board hereby appropriates $400,000 or as much as may be needed to match the required funding to complete the proposed improvement from Special Tax Matching Fund, and furthermore agree to pass a supplemental resolution if necessary to appropriate additional funds for completion of the project.
We have a motion to approve Resolution 25-09. Mr. Aubrey, second by Mr. Reed. Mr. Ernest?
On Canal Road, we are doing the same thing we did on County Highway 4. We're going to resurface the road and put a 2-foot paved shoulder alongside of it. Part of the project, we're using HSIP funds for $600,000. And we're also using some of our allotments for surface transportation rural funds. And then matching it with our local funds.
Any questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Gatsa?
Aye.
Mr. Ashapinsky?
Aye.
Mr. Templeton?
Aye.
Ms. Brunel?
Aye.
Ms. Brayboy?
Aye.
Mr. Savage not here. Mr. Torres?
Aye.
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Mr. Traeger?
Aye.
Mr. Miller?
Aye.
Mr. Bailey?
Aye.
Mr. Walsh?
Aye.
Mr. Dose?
Aye.
Mr. Aubrey?
Aye.
Mr. McEmery?
Aye.
Ms. Zanecki?
Aye.
Mr. Blue?
Aye.
Ms. Yurwick?
Aye.
Mr. Roach?
Aye.
Mr. Slager?
Aye.
Ms. Bush?
Aye.
Ms. McNally?
Aye.
Mr. Small?
Aye.
Ms. Pottinger?
Aye.
Mr. Reed? Ms. Owens?
Aye.
Ms. Bright?
Aye.
Mr. Emmett?
Aye.
Mr. Stockley?
Aye.
All ayes, motion carried. Next, we have Resolution 25-10, appropriating county bridge funds for various highway improvement projects.
Whereas the county board acting through the highway department has approved a county highway improvement program, and whereas funds must be appropriated for the construction of said project, now therefore be it hereby resolved by the county board of LaSalle County that the following funds be appropriated from the special tax matching fund and county bridge fund for the various projects listed on the county highway system. Want me to read them or no? $255,000. The fund is County Bridge. Section is 24-00369-00-DR. The location is CH19. Amount of $200,000 from County Bridge Fund. Section 24-00870-00-DR. Location is CH57. $1,175,000 from County Bridge Fund. Section 20-00830-00-BR. Location is CH52.
You have a motion to approve Resolution 25-10. Mr. Gatsa, second by Mr. Small. Mr. Ernest.
This resolution is for appropriating funds for our various bridge projects this year. We have some culverts that we're replacing on County Highway 19. We have a box culvert and a culvert. County Highway 57, we have 2 culverts we're replacing south of the Red, White, and Blue Bridge. And then up in Leland, we're replacing the bridge that's right there, just north of the school in Leland.
Mr. Traeger.
What townships are these in again, Mr. Erdent?
Ones on 57 would be in Vermillion Township. The ones on 19 would be in Ophir Township. The one up in Leland would be in Adams Township.
Okay.
Any
All
other que-
townships that are underassessed, continually be voting no on any expenditure of our funds until they can get their assessments up where they should be and chip in.
Any other questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Ashapinsky?
Aye.
Mr. Templeton?
Aye.
Ms. Bernal?
Nay.
Ms. Brayboy?
Aye.
Mr. Torres?
Nay.
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Mr. Traeger?
Nay.
Mr. Miller?
Aye.
Mr. Bailey?
Aye.
Mr. Walsh?
Nay.
That was a nay. Okay. Mr. Doze?
Aye.
Mr. Aubrey?
Aye.
Mr. McEmery?
Aye.
Ms. Zanecki?
Aye.
Mr. Blue?
Aye.
Ms. Urick?
Aye.
Mr. Roach?
Aye.
Mr. Slager?
Aye.
Ms. Bush?
Aye.
Ms. McNally?
Aye.
Mr. Small?
Aye.
Ms. Pottinger?
Aye.
Mr. Reed? Ms. Owens?
Aye.
Ms. Bright?
Aye.
Mr. Emmett?
Aye.
Mr. Stockley?
Aye.
Mr. Gatsa?
Aye.
Twenty-four ayes, 4 nays, motion carried. Next, we have Resolution 25-11, entering into an intergovernmental agreement with the Village of Ransom for 2025 Cape Sealing various streets within the Village of Ransom and payment for work performed on same.
This intergovernmental agreement is entered into by and between the County of LaSalle, a unit of local government of the state of Illinois, and the Village of Ransom, a unit of local government of the state of Illinois. Whereas the Constitution of the State of Illinois of 1970, Article 7, Section 10, provides that units of local government may contract or otherwise associate among themselves to obtain or share services and to exercise, combine, or transfer any power or function in any manner not prohibited by law or by ordinance, and may use their credit, revenues, and other resources to pay costs related to intergovernmental activities. And whereas the county and the village are units of local government within the meaning of Article 7, Section 1 of the Illinois Constitution of 1970, who are authorized to enter into intergovernmental agreements pursuant to the Intergovernmental Cooperation Act 5 ILCS 220/1, and whereas the county through its highway department has prepared plans and specifications for the 2025 Cape Seal program, and whereas the village has requested to have streets under their maintenance and jurisdiction included in the program, and whereas it is mutually beneficial for the village and the county to enter into an agreement for the performance of said work, and whereas the village will appropriate funds to pay for their portion of the work performed and reimburse the county for engineering services provided.
We have a motion to approve Resolution 25-11. Mr. Brown, second by Mr. Roach. Mr. Ernest.
The Village of Ransom reached out to the county and they wanted to participate in our 2025 Cape Sealing program. They were looking at Cape Sealing Roosevelt Street, Garfield Street, and a portion of Lincoln Street in the Village of Ransom. The amount of work is going to total about $52,000, and we're charging them a $3,000 engineering fee to participate in the program.
Any questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Templeton?
Aye.
Ms. Bernal?
Aye.
Ms. Brayboy?
Aye.
Mr. Torres?
Aye.
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Mr. Traeger?
Aye.
Is that an aye? Yeah. Okay. Mr. Miller?
Aye.
Mr. Bailey?
Aye.
Mr. Walsh?
Aye.
Mr. Doze?
Aye.
Mr. Aubrey?
Aye.
Mr. McEmery?
Aye.
Ms. Zanecki?
Aye.
Mr. Blue?
Aye.
Ms. Yurick?
Aye.
Mr. Roach?
Aye.
Mr. Slager?
Aye.
Ms. Bush?
Aye.
Ms. McNally?
Aye.
Mr. Small?
Aye.
Ms. Pottinger?
Aye.
Mr. Reed? Ms. Owens?
Aye.
Ms. Bright?
Aye.
Mr. Emmett?
Aye.
Mr. Stockley?
Aye.
Mr. Gatsa?
Aye.
Mr. Ashapinsky?
Aye.
All ayes, motion carried. Next on the agenda is Resolution 25-12, which will be coming back to us next month.
Thank you, Board.
Thank you, Mr. Ernest. Next, we have a presentation on predictable fee schedule for the Office of LaSalle County Recorder. Just hit do not reboot. Thank you, Joe.
No problem.
Okay, we're here today to present a PowerPoint for, some of you know, there was new legislation passed January 1st, 2025 of this year. So the Recorder's Office has to adjust our fees to be consistent with the new legislation. So the PowerPoint was going to be put on with myself. I am Karen Miller, LaSalle County Recorder, for those that don't know me. Stephanie Kennedy is the Supervisor of Assessors, and Colin is here with GIS. So we'll just start with the PowerPoint.
You know, we ready to skip there.
Sheets. Some of the stuff that's in here, we can explain a little more after we go through the PowerPoint if you have any questions. So we'll go through the slides and then we'll go from there. So this legislation affects the recording fees in the Recorder's Office. It basically affects three funds. One of them is the general fund. The other one is the Recorder's Equipment Fund. And then the GIS fund. So by increasing these fees, we're asking for more funds to be placed in those three funds. So the first thing we have here is a background. The county must adopt a new ordinance or resolution revising the previous predictable fee schedule for recording fees to be consistent with the new legislation, which was effective January 1st, 2025. LaSalle County has contracted with Bellwether LLC to conduct a cost study to examine the recording fees. They've provided a review of the actual cost of providing these services within the Recorder's Department, which currently charges fees to residents and non-residents of LaSalle County as they bring in their recording documents. Bellwether submitted this final report in December of 2024. We have posted that report in the Recorder's Office. It has been posted for, per statute, at least 2 weeks, not more than 4 weeks, than a full board meeting. So it's been posted as legislation requires. So Bellwether collected the current state expenses and labor costs without regard to any prior data used in previous reviews. Transaction volume data from prior data collection sheets were used to establish a conservative estimate for future transaction volumes. The cost of services study or fee review is a detailed analysis of the data related to the operations and expenses of the department. That is the departments of the Recorder's Office and the GIS. So Bellwether, the key findings, the cost study they recommended charging $107 for standard documents. I am recommending $100. Non-standard documents for timeshares require additional processing. A surcharge of $265 per unit is added to the base fee. That is what Bellwether was recommending. I am recommending a $2 additional fee. Non-standard documents with 6 or more unique pens, a surcharge of $664 was additional pen above 5. Bellwether is recommending $664. I am recommending $6. For sake of verification, the Recorder's Office has a standard fees and non-standard fees, but it would be very time confusing and very confusing for everyone to understand if we went through all of our non-standard fees and various fees. So just for clarification, the Recorder's Office at this point, our predictable fees includes 3 different fees. With the new legislation that we're going to go about, it's going to be 1 standard fee, and then we'll have a non-standard fee with some additional things included in there, which will actually clarify our recording fees going forward for the customers. So here is a chart here showing the timeline of our recordings. We started with the year 2013. You'll see that we had 28,191 documents recorded in 2013, and in 2014, we had 14,556. So there's definitely been a decline in the number of documents being recorded in our office. The brown chart you see there, that is timeshare documents. Years ago, timeshare documents were a huge part of our recording fees. Those have dropped significantly, which is one of the main reasons that our recordings have dropped significantly. So this chart here is just showing you our current fees in that second to the last column. Right now, when someone brings in what we call a standard document, it is recorded for a $77 fee to $82 fee. And those funds are distributed in 19 to 24, depending on what the document is, goes to the general fund. $35 presently goes to GIS. $1 goes to the Recorder's GIS fund. $18 goes to the Department of Revenue for a Rural Housing Support Program. That is per statute. And the Recorder's Office gets 50 cents for that Rural Housing Support fee. And the General Fund County also gets 50 cents. The Recorder's Equipment Fund gets $3. That $3 fee is per statute, and that has been that way for as long as any of us can remember. So what we're asking for today is to increase that $77 to $82 fee to a flat $100. That affects three funds. The general fund, which will get $27 out of every document that's recorded. The GIS would get $47 out of every document that's recorded. And the Recorder's Equipment Fund would get $6. So the increase that we're talking about only affects those 3 funds. And if you go all the way over to the right then, you'll see that the difference for the county general fund is $8 to $3. The difference for GIS is $12. And the difference for the Recorder's Fund is $3. Those other funds you see there Those are by statute amounts, those do not change. In the beginning, I told you that the reason we're doing this is because of new legislation that was passed January 1st. This is the statute that is cited here. And in that statute, the minimum amount is $3 for every document recorded. That is the one of the fees that we are asking for an increase to $6. That equipment fund that we were just discussing, that is how my office operates. I require the funds coming out of that account to pay for the equipment in my office, to pay for repairs, rentals, hardware, software, everything that totally costs my office to run. And that $3 fee, as I stated before, has not had an increase forever.
Okay, it's my turn. GIS recording fee background. This is the statute. Allows Illinois counties to fund their GIS programs through collecting recording fees. The LaSalle County GIS program is fully funded through GIS recording fees. No general fund dollars have been allocated to the GIS program in 20-plus years. The goal is to continue this trend. What costs does the GIS recording fees cover? Covers salary and benefits of county employees, hardware and software, professional services, aerial photography, consulting, etc., and education.
Just want to talk a little bit about the core GIS functions. So the ones in bold are actually mandated, required. So maintaining parcel base map is a huge thing. Calculating farmland assessments. So farmland assessment is calculated through GIS. The county board redistricting, that was performed. The districts all of you sit in was created using GIS. And then nuclear incident response is another one that we assist with. So all of these ones on the list are achieved wholly or in partial by using GIS here within LaSalle County. Just want to highlight, example of them. Maintain the county's tax maps. So these are parcel maps maintained in Stephanie's office, Supervisor Assessment's office. This is mandated by Illinois statute, and we achieve this using GIS just like basically every other county in the state of Illinois. So we just want to talk a little bit about GIS budget versus revenue. So the orange line is the GIS fees collected, and the budget is the green line. So you can see back in 2016 through about 2019, those numbers, are pretty much even, which is really exactly what we want, right? We prefer that number to be a little bit higher. We did see a spike in recordings 2019 to 2020, kind of to the pandemic, and then we're seeing this major decrease in recordings, which is resulting in a lot less fees getting collected, and then also seeing that big deficit. So what we're presenting here is directly related to reduction in recordings. It is not an increase in budget. There's a minor jump up there. When we do aerial flights, those cost dollars. And then as those fall off, and then this year, we'll have a little bit extra, not falling up quite as much because we have some extra salaries in the GIS budget for next year. But this is kind of showing the illustration of the issue. It's not that the budget's going up, it's the recordings are going down, the revenue is going up.
I have a question. You said there's additional salaries. The income is going down, but you're adding additional salaries to the budget?
We have people retiring, so we need to bring on people to get trained during that period to make sure we have, continuation of services. So that's why it's there. It's going to be a temporary thing just until that person is trained and the other person retires.
But the numbers are down significantly as far as overall. Do we still need the same amount of people to do record and everything else that we're doing?
The GIS doesn't record. GIS only processes.
Okay.
Right? So there's still the same staff there. We haven't reduced staff, but there's that major dip. So there's other expenses in there as well that are flat. So as much as we'd like to be able to cut the budget, that's not always possible.
And who reviews that?
It's reviewed through each of the committees, finance department, et cetera.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Mr. Traeger?
Just to kind of respond to your question with staff, the recorder's office we have 7 employees, counting myself. I have 5 deputy clerks, that is their full-time job, is to recording documents. We have another 6th position there for recording documents that when I came in 2016, we chose not to hire for that position. So we have downsized in our office 1 deputy clerk for recordings.
Thank you.
Mr. Traeger? This was discussed at the Taxes and GIS Committee meeting too. And there was a little discussion about why they have to be raised so much, because if you figure it out, it's over a 20% increase. And it's quite a bit of an increase. The taxpayers are going to pay that one way or the other. Most recordings come from the banks, the lawyers, the realtors, those people, right? But who do they pass that on to? They pass it on to the taxpayers. So I mentioned at the meeting, and I'm still kind of of the opinion, I don't know why we can't do this in 2 phases, but either the assessor or the recorder was much in favor of that.
Take this one, Karen.
To change our recording fees, it is a process. We have to either have a 3-year analysis or we have to go out for a fee study. We've chosen to go out for a fee study. We have not increased our fees for, we had predictable fees were implemented in 2018, 19. And at that time, I chose to do an analysis. So we did an average of our fees. We did not increase our fees, we just did an average. So we have not had an increase in our recording fees for a number of years, and it is starting to affect our funds. I know that the equipment fund presently holds a large amount of funds in it, but this year, I have offered to pay for my staff payroll to help reduce that fund. I do not want that fund reduced too much, because out of that fund, my office operates, and that operation costs around $400,000 a year to run my office. This year, I have budgeted to get new equipment in our office, PC, scanners and such. That's around $21,000 I budgeted for. I've also budgeted for what we call Condor indexing. Besides the daily walk-in recordings that we also have documents that have been scanned. They're sitting in a folder, and the girls are indexing those as time allows. There are around 400,000 of those documents sitting there to be worked on. So that requires time and expense, which is what our staff works on when they're not working on the daily recordings.
Mr. Gatsa?
Karen, just to make sure I'm looking at the right numbers, in 2013 there was 28,191 as far as what was recorded, and in 2024 it was 14,556, which is a 48.36% decrease in numbers recorded. Is that correct?
Yes. A lot of that now is due to timeshares. The timeshare, we only have one timeshare entity here in LaSalle County, and they have changed drastically the way they are doing their business, which is why you're seeing a drop in the timeshares, which is affecting our daily walk-ins. I mean, of course, the economy and such and things like that are also affecting the recording documents. I have spoke to realtors, mortgage lenders. They're not seeing much of a change in recordings or in real estate. They're just recommending staying pretty much flat as where it's been.
But even in the non-timeshare, we went from about roughly 18,000 down to 14,000, 4,000, 3,500 decrease. That would still be almost about 20% decrease.
Ray, I can't hear you.
Sorry. Even with the non-timeshare, we went, it looks like from about 18,000 roughly down to about 14,500, went down to about 3,500 or about 20% decrease with the non-timeshare as well, correct?
Yes.
And even the timeshare takes time to enter those. So overall, again, it's a 20% without the timeshare and a 48% decrease with the timeshare. So that's where I'm going back and saying, how is that being looked at? Because it's got to take less time, and I'm sure we've gotten more efficient at doing these over time, haven't we not?
There's still plenty of work in the recorder's office to be done. As I mentioned, when they aren't working on these daily walk-in documents, they're working on the back indexing. So there's always recording to be done. As I stated before, I don't know the exact number right now.
But what's changed in the office? There was always something to record before as well, I'm sure.
Yes. So as of January 31st, we still have 388,000 documents to be indexed in the recorder's office from our back indexing alone.
Okay, so this is a backlog of things that we're catching up on that we started a project on?
Right now, if someone goes online and searches in our office, they can search all of our records back to 1972. When the girls go in and do that back indexing, that 388 that I was talking about, they're moving that number back farther so that people can search farther back in the records. So that 1972 year is a fluid number. It's changing all the time by the number of documents that our girls are able to get indexed.
Which saves your office time so that they're not going back and doing the research, correct?
Well, yeah, it saves the public time from coming into the office. If someone needs to look at an old easement or something and it was recorded in 1969, they've got to come into the office at this point. If they are looking for an easement recorded after 1972, they can go online and search. We have 3 different programs people can use to go online searching. We don't have near the people coming in our office anymore and searching. A lot of it is done online.
All right, thank you.
Karen, thank you for using the recorder's fee to help balance the budget and use it to cover your payroll. Thank you. My question is, we're going to double the amount of fees that are going to go to your office. And do you have a 5-year plan to spend that money, or are we just going to have so much money accumulated in it that we'll just, out of just the kindness of the office, you're going to bail us out from time to time? I mean, my concern is every time we give elected officials money, then we don't have control over it. And when we need that money, it's not there or available. So I guess when it was dispersed like it is, why wouldn't that money just come to the county board so we can actually use it to fund the payroll?
I do think that we need to look at my equipment fund. Right now, we have, by statute, any recording funds, certain recording funds have to go into what we call a dock storage or recorder equipment fund, and those funds are to only be used for the recorder's office. We do have, which is one of the reasons you're seeing this larger amount in our equipment fund right now, is that we also have some, our monthly subscribers for Laredo, those funds are going in there. If we have copies, if people come in and want to purchase copies, those fees are also going in there. So there are some additional funds that go in into that fund besides our restricted funds. And I do agree, we do need to look at that account and maybe switch some of those funds out so it doesn't look like so much is going into our recorder's fund. But I think if you were to go back and look at exactly everything that's going in there, you would definitely find that our recording fees are definitely down. I did go back and do an analysis for the general fund. So in fiscal year 2018, the recorder's office generated $502,978.50 in the general fund. Last year, for fiscal year 2024, the recorder's office generated $356,944. That is a decrease of $146,034.50 from fiscal year 2018 to fiscal year 2024. That is a 29% decrease in funds for just the general fund, which is one of the reasons we're asking for this increase. The general fund, what was the general fund? We're asking for an increase for the general fund between $19 and $24 per document, depending on what document comes in to be recorded. So, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. We're asking for $27. We currently get $19 to $24 per document. So you're going to be seeing an increase for our general fund anywhere from $8 to $3. For every document that's recorded, that money automatically goes into the general fund.
Ms. Zanicki?
Karen, I would like to know a number. If this passes and you do, say, 14,556 next year, what kind of added revenue is that bringing in to all accounts?
Well, that would depend on the number of documents. The only accounts that are going to be affected is the general fund.
Well, if you assume you're still going to do 14,550, what kind of revenue stream was that?
Well, you'd have to.
They're not all the same type of documents.
Yeah, they're not all the same. For this presentation here, we're only talking about standard documents. We're not talking about some non-standard documents that we have. Majority of our documents that come in fall under this standard document fee. So, I mean, that's a figure that I wouldn't have. It would be hard for me to calculate. You're looking at a range from $8 to $3 per document to be put into the general fund.
Well, I'd like to be able to tell my taxpayers what this total figure is going to be by passing this ordinance.
If you took just $5 times 14,556, you got roughly $72,780, $73,000. If you just took $5.
I would just also like to note that recording fees, we don't know what they're going to be. We never know what they're going to be. They can fluctuate, from year to year, which is why I kind of gave you that chart to kind of see how they do fluctuate.
Understand my meaning?
Oh, I'm sorry, Tina.
That's fine. This is for Stephanie. So the GIS fund that's going to get an increase on this, how is your fund standing right now? Is it good? Are you low? I mean,
Yeah, there is a fund balance there, but it's been dwindling over the last few years. So we were fortunate with those years that bumped up, there was able to accumulate a fund balance. But based on this trend line,
It's
without
going down.
an increase, we can see that most likely, we cannot predict the future, but the trend is not going up. The trend has been going from 2013 down, so the expectation would be it would continue to go down over time. So we felt it's good to be proactive and get ahead of this. As we see that going down, we're asking every year at budget time to use a substantial amount of that fund balance. It's prudent to ask for a recording. We had to go through this process anyway with it, so we contracted with Bellwether, and this is their recommendation back to us based on the information they have.
And right now, no general fund money
Zero.
supports
Zero.
GIS. Okay.
Zero. And the goal is to keep it that way.
Ms. Zanicki?
So then I ask you, what kind of income will this ordinance generate for you?
Well, would be the difference plus whatever the recording is going to be this year. I can't predict what those recordings are going to be this year.
Well, say it's the 14,550.
Yeah, so if we do some. So if you go back to, so 12 times 14,000, can't do that math in my head, hold on.
Number did you get?
$168,000.
Yeah.
We don't, like I said, we don't know what that's going to be. We could bring in 13,000, we could bring in 12,000.
And the other thing I think we need to remember is that in years past, we were bringing in a sizable amount more than what we are generating now. And so we're just trying to make sure we keep those accounts fluid to run our offices.
Mr. Traeger? Yeah, I'll bring it up again. I have no problem with increasing the fees. It's been a long time, but I still don't understand why we couldn't do it half now and then half again in 2 years.
You'd have to go out to pay for a new cost study?
This cost study wouldn't cover that?
No. No, you have to have a current one. So our cost study this year costs $5,000, I do believe.
So it's current this year, so you have to do it this year. Is that what you're telling me? You couldn't phase it in?
No.
Yeah. I would think the results from this cost study would be for the move right now.
Yeah.
If we split it, split it in half like what you were talking about before, I would think you'd have to have another, either a 3-year study or in-house.
Yeah, you'd have to
or
do a new study. And this process takes months. We started last September and talking with Bellwether to get the figures that they needed from both of our offices. We've had several meetings with them and contacts. It's not something that just happens overnight.
Would you have to repost it? Would you have to repost
Yeah,
it?
and then by statute, we have to go before committee, we have to go before finance, then it has to be posted for a certain length of time, and then after it is approved by the full board, then it has to be publicized for 60 days. So it's not a process you can change every year. Plus, my background is coming from a title company, and I know what processes that takes for banks and attorneys, and then when they have a real estate transaction, they have rules and regulations that they have to know what these fees are far in advance, or they get penalized. So it's not something that you want to go out there and change on a yearly basis. That just would not be feasible. I remind you that the fee study recommended that we increase them up to 107. I think that is asking a lot at this time for our public. which is why I'm recommending $100, which I think is a more reasonable amount at this point. If we find in 4 or 5 years that it's not enough, then we would have to go out and have a new fee study done.
Any other questions? Mr. Reed?
The way I'm hearing this is we're asking the taxpayers to cover a shortfall because there's less recordings coming in every year. If there's less recordings, that's not their fault. I mean, why are we asking them to pay the difference of a shortfall? It just doesn't, maybe I'm not reading it right, but it looks like we're asking them to pay for a shortfall. Am I wrong?
The fees are paid by the,
It's not paid directly by the taxpayers.
No.
It's use. It's not a tax. It's a use fee. So when recordings come in, that's a use. So therefore, there's a fees going on there. So it's not a tax. Just want to make sure we differentiate that. You know, all we're doing is trying to keep up with, you know, what is happening with the current state. We're trying to keep up with enough revenue to support the services that we provide. There's a slide when we get a little further in here that denotes that this is not a LaSalle County problem. This is going on everywhere. There's a real trend to increase GIS fees. If you look at the chart on the board, you can see some of those, and there's one a little bit later. It kind of shows that as well. Many, many counties are going through the same thing. LaSalle County is not unique in that they've dropped recordings. And a lot of these are being fee studies, and they're going through and they're increasing the fees. It's one of those things that's going to happen. We cannot prevent the fact that recordings have gone down. We'd love to do that. We would love to be able to reduce budgets even more, but there's a certain point where we need to be able to provide the services that we're obligated to provide to do the core functions of our offices.
recording fees, remind you, are paid by the people that are in the real estate transaction. A warranty deed where a person would convey property to someone else, that recording fee is paid by that grantor. If someone is refinancing, they're recording a mortgage, that mortgage is paid by the borrower.
But nobody's losing money. Eventually, it trickles down to the person with the transaction. I mean, eventually it gets there. No matter
Well,
who charges
there's,
it.
you know, but it's not like we're going out and asking the taxpayer themselves to pay us.
They eventually will, though, if they're part of that transaction. Whether it comes from the bank, comes from us, comes from somebody.
Well,
Can I say something? GIS is completely funded by recording fees. And statutorily, all the maps that are done in the county are done by our office. We have 3 people that do that. It is a full-time job. They're busy every single day. There's a lot to that. On top of that, we have a lot that we have to maintain. We also do special projects that do different maps for the entire county. We have a health department. Who do we have?
Yeah, we work with the
Zoning.
land use, EMA, health department, highway department. The services that we provide are used in the sheriff's department. So it's across the organization. It's not just touching one department. It's touching, in a way, virtually every department. The services that are being provided by the GIS here in the county.
GIS is a big part of this fee here. We understand that, but it's solely funded on that fee. Like I said, we have 3 workers. And I don't know if you're familiar with our GIS maps that are out there and that we've been working on for probably since 2015, getting more maps out there. That's where it's coming from. It's coming from those recording fees. We have things statutorily that we have to cover. It has to be done in our office. And without the GIS fund coming from the recording fees, that would be coming from the general fund because we would still have to complete that job. That's what we have to do. Is we have to provide that for the county.
You want to keep going?
any other questions? Mr. Wallace?
Heard the term mentioned, nuclear response, nuclear incident response in relationship to this. Could you explain that?
Yeah, so there was a nuclear exercise that occurred in November and the GIS team was part of that. So we have a couple different applications we use for that, but if there was ever a nuclear incident here, the GIS team would respond to that and be part of the response team that does that. There's a sub areas, which basically is areas that would need to evacuate in case of a nuclear incident. So our team was here and we were working together as part of that response to map those areas and get that information ultimately out to the public. Hopefully that will never happen, but GIS is supporting that, and we do a lot of work with EMA on a variety of different applications.
There's no fee on that.
Well, this is part
Well,
of
it's
our.
This is part of the services that's provided by GIS, correct?
There's no chargeback on the
No.
No.
Do we want to go ahead with the chart? Any more questions? So this next slide here is just giving you a comparison as to some other counties surrounding LaSalle County to see where they are at with their fees and with what they're getting ready to do. There are a couple of counties on here that are still going through the process that we're going through right now, so their fees have not been increased. What number are they here? So if you see a county with the number 3, a little number 3 there, it means that county is still going through their process of getting their cost study done and figuring out their fees. But what I just wanted to notice here, to have you notice, is our $100 fee is not out of line. It is definitely in line with what other counties are charging or are going to charge. So I guess what we're, reminding you is the recorder's equipment fund, I'm asking for an additional $3. GIS is asking for additional $12. And then for the general fund, we're asking for additional $8 to $3. So they're not huge amounts that we're asking for. It's just that added all together, it comes to 27, I think.
So the next thing we want to do is look at some neighboring counties in the GIS side of things. So we took a sample of, 5 counties plus LaSalle County to see what the budgets look like, the year of the budget, the number of parcels, and then look at the budget per parcel. I think that's a good way to look at, is our budget in line with other counties? And we can see that we're right in the middle, basically at $8.79 per parcel. So we looked at this as being, are we in line with what we're spending with other counties? And we figured the best way to kind of average that out is to use that per parcel rate, and you can see we're right there in the middle. And then the GIS recording fee, we have those. Most of those similar counties are up around the fee that we're requesting. A couple of the other ones are a little lower. Kendall, they had theirs, they updated those in 2020. I'm curious if they're not going through this exact same process now to up their recording fee as well. So just want to highlight that our budget is in line with other counties that are similar, and the fee also is in line with other similar counties as well.
So this last slide here.
I have a
just-
question on that slide.
Mr. Gadsden?
Just again, just looking, and again, I'm just new at this, so I'm asking. I've not seen this before. LaSalle County, it looks like we have, if you go by population, 109,658. Number of employees, we've got 7, roughly 15,665 population per employee. If you go to McHenry, you've got, instead of 15, you've got 31,000 population per employee. You go to Kane, you've got 46,000 people per employee. Are they doing something different? Do they have different ways of being a little bit more efficient, or how is that so different?
Every office runs their offices different. We don't know how many employees are in their office. We don't know what kind of software they use for their recordings.
But we're
There's a
using
lot of
this
variables in
statistics
there.
here. Well, it says employees. What is this for then if it's not, is it not accurate?
No, it should be accurate. These are all accurate figures, but different offices operate different. You know, I can't tell you what other offices, what each of their employees do, how they run their office.
Have we ever
I can
walked
tell you
through?
how I run my office. I have 5 deputy chiefs that is their full-time job of just indexing daily walk-in documents that come in. We also accept recordings by e-recordings. We accept mail-ins. Like I say, every office is different. My budget for a fiscal year to run my office is around $400,000. So we need to maintain our fees to cover our expenses. If our fees don't cover it, then I have to go to the general fund to run my office. And I don't think that we want to get into that position.
No, I'm just wondering, have we ever reached out to like a Kane County? They run 3 times the population per person. Have we ever asked them what's different? Maybe there's something different that we don't know about?
Yeah, no, I have not specifically sat down with them and asked them. I do not know even if they have. So yeah, these are their current fees. They're doing 99. You know, it depends on the volume.
Yeah, we don't know, we don't have the number of recordings, do we?
No, I'm just going by population, saying.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to, going through this process, making, trying.
So
to
these
compare-
numbers aren't.
It's not
They're not good to use. Then is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's not a comparison to apples. It's just not.
Why don't we ask Bellwether to give us a comparison apples to apples?
This is why we had the fee study. This is why every county has to have a fee study for this.
But what I'm saying is the results, you're saying it's not complete. Why don't we ask them for more information if
Well, it is complete for their fee study. In fact, Bellwether has done a lot of the fee studies for the counties for this legislation. I couldn't tell you how many, but I know they've done a lot of them.
I think what we're trying to say is that it's hard to compare, just because the numbers divide out, it's hard to compare one county to another.
And that's why I'm saying maybe we should visit and,
Sure.
and find out what's going on.
Yeah, that would
Because
not
I'll
be a
tell you
bad
what, the people in this county, in this state, are getting fed up with more fees, more everything, and they're having a hard time living. So I'm just looking at anything that we can be more efficient at. We should be, because we all know typically government programs, you add and you never subtract. And so I'm just saying, if there's something out there that we could find out, if there's something more efficient, we should probably be doing that before we raise fees. But that's all. Thank you.
Is there a timeline on this that it has to be done by?
This was effective January 1st. You have to have them implemented or you must be working on it
By January 1st of when?
this year. The new legislation took effect January 1st. If you were working on your analysis or your fee study or just getting your fees together, then you're considered being in compliance with the legislation. So we do have to pass some kind of ordinance regarding our fees. And they definitely have to be changed. Right now, I think I showed you in one of those first slides, a standard document in our office can cost you anywhere from $77 to $82. According to the new statute, there only can be one fee. So we have to take those 3 and make them into one. And then there's also some new regulations for non-standard fees and different areas in the recordings.
Mr. Brown?
Is this a state, law that we're following, or a federal law?
This is state.
And
Every state has their own recording statutes.
Okay, so what they're saying is that, are they recommending what we should charge?
They're not recommending what we should charge, but they're recommending that we only have one standard fee.
And
For some
that's
of you
the
may know,
$100?
and that's what I'm
That's what-
recommending, the $100. Recording fees have changed through the years. There was a time when we charged a fee and then we added per page. There was a lot of different ways we calculated how we arrived at that final number for the recording. The new statute now is saying we want one standard fee, and that's one of the things we're doing here, is we're getting away from the 3 standard fees that we currently have, going to 1.
Any other questions? Does your head hurt yet? No disrespect meant.
So just in summary, the county board, we have to adopt an ordinance or resolution revising our current predictable fee schedule. It has to be consistent with the new legislation. That's the legislation number there. It was effective January 1st. So we feel that Bellwether Consulting cost study justifies the new fees. In fact, I am not even recommending the full amount that they are recommending. The GIS budget has remained relatively flat for the past 5 years. Documents recorded have dropped significantly since 2021. New fees are equitable with neighboring county fees implemented in the past 6 months. The GIS budget analysis shows the LaSalle County budget is equivalent to neighboring county budgets. And as we stated, I am recommending an increase of $100, which affects the GIS fund by $12, the recorder's fund by $3, and the general fund by $8 to $3, depending on what the current fee is now in relation to the new fee. Those are the 3 funds that are being affected here. We are asking for a $27 fee increase.
Mr. Chairman, I call for the vote.
Right. Yep. Nope, go ahead and read it. Okay, this is the ordinance for amending predictable fee schedule for the office of LaSalle County Recorder.
Whereas the governor of the state of Illinois on August 22nd, 2017, signed into law Public Act 100-0271, which requires counties to adopt a predictable fee schedule for the county recorder's office. And whereas pursuant to Public Act 103-0884, if a county has previously adopted an ordinance or resolution adopting a predictable fee schedule, the county must adopt an ordinance or resolution revising that predictable fee schedule to be consistent with 55 ILCS 5/3-5018.2. And a notice of this proposed ordinance must be posted in the LaSalle County Recorder's Office for at least 2 weeks prior, but not more than 4 weeks prior to the date of adoption below. And whereas 55 ILCS 5/3-5018.2, Section 3-5010, provides that the county board may, by ordinance or resolution, increase the fees allowed in the predictable fee schedule if the increase is justified by an acceptable cost study or internal analysis of a minimum of 3 years showing that the fees allowed by this section are not sufficient to cover the cost of providing the service. And whereas LaSalle County Board authorizes a cost study prepared by Bellwether LLC to be done, the Bellwether LLC has in fact completed that study, which is attached as Exhibit B. And whereas on January 27th, 2025, The Taxes Election GIS Committee met, discussed, and reviewed the cost study by Bellwether LLC and the Recorder's proposed amended predictable fee schedule, which is attached as Exhibit A, and recommended the approval thereof. And whereas on February 4th, 2025, the Finance Committee also met, discussed, and reviewed the Bellwether LLC cost study and the Recorder's proposed amended predictable fee schedule and recommended the approval thereof. And whereas the County Recorder has posted the amended predictable fee schedule in the County Recorder's office on February 10th, 2025, and continuously since that date, which is at least 2 weeks prior but not more than 4 weeks prior to the public meeting and County Board's approval on March 10th, 2025. And whereas the changes to the recording fees shall take effect 60 days after the ordinance or resolution is adopted by the County Board on March 10th, 2025. And now therefore be it ordained by the LaSalle County Board that the LaSalle County Recorder's amended predictable fee schedule is hereby approved and the changes to the fees shall take effect May 9th, 2025.
We have a motion to approve said ordinance. Mr. Aubrey, second by Mr. Small. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, please.
All right, we'll start. Ms. Bernal?
Aye.
Ms. Brayboy?
Aye.
Mr. Torres?
Aye.
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Mr. Traeger?
Aye.
Mr. Miller?
Aye.
Mr. Bailey?
Aye.
Mr. Walsh?
Aye.
Mr. Doze?
Aye.
Mr. Aubrey?
Aye.
Mr. McEmery?
Aye.
Ms. Zanecki?
Nay.
Mr. Blue?
Nay.
Ms. Urick?
Aye.
Mr. Roach?
No.
Mr. Slager?
Nay.
Ms. Bush?
Aye.
Ms. McNally? Mr. Small?
Aye.
Ms. Pottinger?
Aye.
Mr. Reed? Ms. Owens?
Aye.
Ms. Bright?
Aye.
Mr. Emmett?
Aye.
Mr. Stockley?
Aye.
Mr. Gatsa?
Nay.
Mr. Ashapinsky?
Aye.
Mr. Templeton?
Aye.
Twenty-three ayes, 5 nays, motion carried.
Mr. Chairman, I have a comment. I would just like to say I visited both of those offices last week, and the people that were working there that helped me were amazing, and I was very thankful for their help.
Thank you. Next, we have ordinance, let me see, yep. Ordinance setting the per diem rate of pay for judges of primary and general elections.
Whereas the County Clerk of LaSalle County is the election authority for federal, state, and local elections in and about LaSalle County, and whereas the conducting of elections is in a fair and efficient manner is fundamental to our democratic form of government, and whereas election judges are required to be appointed by the county board in all voting precincts within the county on election days pursuant to 10 ILCS 5/13-1, and whereas LaSalle County is required to compensate election judges not less than $35 per day of service, the amount to be affixed by the county board pursuant to 10 ILCS 5/13-10, with said compensation currently fixed at $185. That's what we're going to. Per day base pay, with the State Board of Elections reimbursing the county $65 per day. And whereas the county clerk as the county election authority is experiencing difficulties in providing a sufficient list of prospective election judges to the chief judge who are qualified and able to perform the duties of election judge. And whereas LaSalle County, by and through its county board, is desirous of maintaining fair and efficient elections and recognizes the importance and necessity of election judges to carry out the fundamental rights of the people. And whereas increasing the compensation of election judges within LaSalle County is likely to increase the number of able and qualified individuals to participate as election judges. Now therefore be it ordained by LaSalle County, a body politic and corporate acting by and through its county board in regular meeting assembled. 1, the above recitals are incorporated herein as findings of the board. 2, the compensation of election judges within LaSalle County for consolidated primary and general elections is set at $185 per day base pay in compliance with 10 ILCS 5/13-10, irrespective of what amount is reimbursed by the Illinois State Board of Elections. Number 3, this ordinance becomes effective immediately upon its passage and approval with full intent of the county board to compensate election judges at the next election.
May I have a motion to approve said ordinance? Mr. Bailey, second by Ms. Brayboy. Any questions? Ms. Bush?
Clerk, did you build this into your budget?
This was already actually in the budget because I budget for the 595. This is correcting the ordinance or the resolution I did in 2023. The ordinance from 2022 that I went off of, and going back and looking at the documents of what was paid to the judges in November of 22 was not consistent with what it was supposed to be. I noticed when we got the reimbursement check from the November election that I was roughly $2,000 short from what I thought we were supposed to be getting, and that's what prompted me to look in.
Any other questions? Mr. Traeger?
What's the current rate?
The current rate is $175, and that the State Board of Election only reimburses us $60 instead of the $65.
So we have a Scrivener's error there in the ordinance, right? It should read
Correct.
175.
No, this should be 185 now.
No, but it's
That's what we're-
currently fixed, should be
Oh, that one, yes, that one
175.
should be, yes, I'm sorry.
Correct.
So it's currently 175. That's why when I read and I was stopped, I was
Yeah.
like, wait, that's supposed to be one. That's what it's going to, is the 185.
Any other questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Ms. Brayboy?
Aye.
Mr. Torres?
Aye.
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Mr. Traeger?
Aye.
Mr. Miller?
Aye.
Mr. Bailey?
Aye.
Mr. Walsh?
Aye.
Mr. Doze?
Aye.
Mr. Aubrey?
Aye.
Mr. McEmery?
Aye.
Ms. Zanecki?
Aye.
Mr. Blue?
Aye.
Ms. Urick?
Aye.
Mr. Roach?
Aye.
Mr. Slager?
Aye.
Ms. Bush?
Aye.
Ms. McNally? Aye. Mr. Small?
Aye.
Ms. Pottinger? Aye. Mr. Reed? Ms. Owens?
Aye.
Ms. Bright?
Aye.
Mr. Emmett?
Aye.
Mr. Stockley?
Aye.
Mr. Gatsa?
Aye.
Mr. Ashapinsky?
Aye.
Mr. Templeton?
Aye.
Ms. Brunel?
Aye.
All ayes, motion carried. Next, we have a resolution for approving the real estate purchase of 2264 East US Route 52, Serena, Illinois, for ground and communication tower.
Whereas LaSalle County has determined that it is in the best interest of the county to acquire the real estate pursuant to the terms of the real estate agreement at a price of no more than $50,000, and whereas the legal description of the property is attached hereto as Exhibit A and is incorporated herein, and whereas LaSalle County intends to use the property and the equipment communication tower situated thereon to better communicate with LaSalle County Sheriff's deputies in remote areas of the county that will better serve the safety of the employees and the citizens of LaSalle County. Whereas the LaSalle County Board is authorized to purchase the property and enter into the real estate agreement pursuant to Section 5-1005.1 of the Illinois Counties Code 55 ILCS 5/1005.1. Now therefore be it resolved by the LaSalle County Board as follows. 1, LaSalle County Board Chairman, LaSalle County State's Attorney, and LaSalle County Sheriff are hereby authorized to sign all documents and take all actions necessary or appropriate to complete the acquisition of the real estate at a price of $50,000. Excuse me. The property and the equipment situated thereon, communication towers, shall be used to assist the LaSalle County Sheriff's Office to serve the citizens of LaSalle County. 3, this resolution shall be in full force and effect upon its adoption.
We have a motion to approve said resolution. Mr. Town?
Just a second, that was,
Not the right one?
no.
I was giving you that other one. One that had the 45,000. What we were doing, I talked to the sheriff. What was approved at his committee was $45,000 for the purchase. As real estate transactions go, there are fees associated with that that are put onto the buyer as well as the seller, right? And I mean, I don't think it'll be much. We're going to do some title work, and they have to record the deed and things of that nature. So I suggested adding $5,000 just to cover any incidental expenses. I think it'll be in the hundreds, but rather than coming back and having to redo this. So I would suggest amending the resolution to include $5,000 more to cover any incidental costs associated with the transaction. As I said, I think it'll be in the hundreds, but
So it should be 45,000 plus the 5.
yeah, the way I worded it was at the price of $45,000 and another $5,000 to cover any incidental costs/fees associated therewith.
Yeah. We have a motion to amend said resolution. Ms. Bush, second by Mr. Gatsa. Any questions in regard to that? Mr. Bailey?
So 45,000 is the purchase price absent of recording fees and closing costs. Is that correct?
Correct. Yep. Ms. Zanicki?
So is that board picking up all fees, or is the county picking up the recording fees?
Sheriff Dis?
Yes, so to answer your question.
No.
What'd you say? Okay, yes, correct. The ETSB board will cover all costs, all maintenance. Nothing will be incurred by the county at all, so.
Any other questions?
Question?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Walsh?
On insurance, have you sent this before the insurance committee to make sure that we're going to be covered?
We have not, but
Okay.
the ETSB is covering all the insurance costs and everything. So
Oh.
There should be no costs incurred and no maintenance, no anything to the county whatsoever. The ETSB will pick that up. The ETSB cannot own land, so the county becomes the owner of the property. The ETSB covers everything else.
And maintenance, is there a yearly maintenance or anything like that, or we got into that yet?
We have, yeah, it's already been researched what the property needs to address it upon our taking control of it, and it's all gonna be covered by the ETSB.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions? Hearing none, roll call, please. Yeah. Oh, on the amended motion? Yeah. Call, please. Yeah. On the amended motion.
As amended, okay.
Or not the amended motion, but the amended resolution.
Okay. All right. Mr. Torres?
Aye.
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Mr. Traeger?
Aye.
Mr. Miller?
Aye.
Mr. Bailey?
Aye.
Mr. Walsh?
Aye.
Mr. Doze?
Aye.
Mr. Aubrey?
Aye.
Mr. McEmery?
Aye.
Ms. Zanecki?
Aye.
Mr. Blue?
Aye.
Ms. Urick?
Aye.
Mr. Roach?
Aye.
Mr. Slager?
Aye.
Ms. Bush?
Aye.
Ms. McNally?
Aye.
Mr. Small?
Aye.
Ms. Pottinger?
Aye.
Mr. Reed? Ms. Owens?
Aye.
Ms. Bright?
Aye.
Mr. Emmett?
Aye.
Mr. Stockley?
Aye.
Mr. Gatsa?
Aye.
Mr. Ashapinsky?
Aye.
Mr. Templeton?
Aye.
Ms. Brunel?
Aye.
Ms. Brayboy?
Aye.
Okay.
All ayes, motion carried.
Thank you, board.
Thank you. Miscellaneous correspondence reports? None? I got a request to inform the board by our circuit clerk, Greg Vaccaro, to announce that the Illinois Supreme Court has awarded a court technology modernization grant in the amount of $171,980.34 to LaSalle County Courts. The purpose of the grant is to upgrade technology and related support systems for the operations of LaSalle County Courts. $45,000 of that grant will go to pay for Quicket and will enable the police agencies in LaSalle County to use the e-citation program at no charge for 1 year. Agencies will have to buy or lease their own equipment. The grant will allow purchase of equipment, software, digitizing of files, and implement a third AI web chatbot that will address the consumer's needs, offer multi-language support, and get smarter with every use. The AI chatbot is a powerful tool, would be beneficial to all users. LaSalle County will be a leader in using a multi-language kiosk with extensive capabilities to assist the general public. With that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Ms. Brunel?
That's not a motion to adjourn. I just wanted to,
Oh, that's right, I'm sorry.
that's all right. Just a quick little note. We gave Ramp Builders some ARPA money. Maybe, I can't remember exactly when. I think we gave him $25,000. My cousin's grandson was injured in a semi-accident and had lost his left leg from the knee down. And I just wanted to tell you, 2 Saturdays ago, the Ramp Builder showed up at his house and in 3 hours built a ramp for that boy. So it was a good thing. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Brunel. Anything else? Yes, you did. And then I think it was Mr. Aubrey seconded it. All in favor of said motion to adjourn signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. We will reconvene April 10th, 2025.